Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our Spring'23 and actually our 20th cycle. We have a fantastic lineup of 17 startups for you today. But before we get to that, please help me welcome Dr. Ayman Ismail, our director, to the stage.
Masar khair, good evening, everybody. And I'm really happy to have you here in our Cycle 20 Demo Day. On behalf of the School of Business and on behalf of AUC Venture Lab, I wanted to welcome you. Dr. Sharif Kamel is not able to be with us here because he's traveling, but he's also sending his regards to everybody. So today we have a very interesting day. 10 years ago, we launched AUC Venture Lab in the summer. I remember the day very well. It was a Thursday evening and we had our first cohort, 5 startups. And at that point in time, there was very little that's happening in this space in Egypt. Today, we have a very different situation with a very active and buzzing ecosystem, interesting startups, interesting investments, attention from government policymakers, interest from youth to start their own companies, jobs created. So we're in a very different place. And this is just a point, a milestone in the middle. I hope that 10 years from now, when we're standing on this stage, all of us, and most of us hopefully in the same room, we would have a very different perspective of how we have progressed in the next 10 years. So where are we today? Today we have 17 amazing startups. We have changed the format of our demo day to focus on the entrepreneurs. So there's a lot less of everything else. We have shorter and more crisp and more to the point pitches. So our pitches are going to be 3 minutes rather than 6 minutes. So we're going to go in a much faster pace. We have 17 startups from different sectors: fintech, AI, logistics, e-commerce, creative sectors, sustainability and green. I hope I did not forget any of the other sectors, health tech. So very different and diverse, but all committed to changing and transforming their sectors. So we're very happy to have that. With this cycle, we have 341 startups. This is by far the biggest program in the Middle East and Africa in terms of impact, number of startups, about £5 billion of investments that were also raised, and very interesting success stories that are out there that we're all proud of. So very happy to actually see some of the startups we have here today, hopefully celebrating them in a year or two. Yesterday, we heard the story of one of our startups, Serology, acquiring a similar company in Saudi for expansion. We also had several others that are going into other markets in the past few weeks. And there are some stories that hopefully will be disclosed in the next few weeks that are also interesting. So we're very happy to see this impact in place. So before we proceed, first I want to thank our sponsors and partners who've been with us from the beginning, making this happen. So for the Fintech Accelerator, CIB and Mastercard, who've been our very generous and committed partners. And we also had the International Finance Corporation, IFC, and the World Bank with us for a program we just concluded, and we're looking forward to restart with them next year. And for our startup acceleration, we have the Arab African International Bank, who's been with us from day one, 10 years ago. We have Mountain View, Drosos Foundation, and Hivos Foundation. And I specifically want to thank Wissam Elbi, our dear friend from Drosos Foundation, for all the support over the past 5 years. You've been an amazing supporter, Wissam. Thank you. So this is an amazing network and community, and we're very happy to be with you. But the one most important thing that I want to thank, I usually thank at the end, but I'm not going to be the one speaking at the end. So I want to thank them at the beginning, the VLab team. So Yasmin, Saif, Lina, Hadil, Lydia, Mariam, Ehab, Yunus, Noha, Verena, Lina, Noor, Rudy, Mona, Yusuf, and Mustafa. Those are the basically... This is the team that's making it happen, and the most amazing team, and I'm always fortunate to work with them, and really, they make every startup here much better. They make them more investable, they make them better in what they do, and they also do this with a lot of fun and knowledge and impact. So very grateful for that. So without further ado, now we have our startup presentations, and I hope you enjoy the day. Thank you, everyone.